logic operations, but we're gonna use some logic operations at some point probably, but we can go back here. And the only additional thing that we're gonna review that probably we're not gonna use that much is that you can tell the computer if some condition is true, execute this particular instruction. If that condition is not true, then execute the other one. Then here is an example. Then we're gonna execute this one. Then you create a variable and assign a value 4, and then you ask if this value is equal to 5, and then you do semicolon, and if you only have one condition, print this particular thing. It's gonna do this only if this is true, but this is not true because it is equal to 4, then it's not equal to 5, then it's not gonna print anything. Here there is another one. If it is equal to 5, print all these lines, value 5. If no, it's printing this. Then it's gonna print only one particular thing, and then you can do that multiple times. Then you have conditional instructions in Python. You can tell if this particular value is this, do this particular process. If not, do the other process. And in the conditions, you can have comparisons, and you can have also logical connections. You can say if this condition and this condition is true, execute this. We're gonna do this particular example. Then you have this kind of instructions, and you also have these other kind of instructions that are like repeat this procedure while this condition is true. Then you start with I equal to 5, and you say repeat this block of instructions, and you have to do this indentation. This is mandatory here. It's not a number of spaces. It can be one or more than one, but anything that is inside of an if has to be with an indentation. And anything that is inside of a repetition instruction, it has to be with an indentation. You can use the tab if you want. And then it does an indentation, but you can also do just one space. We're gonna do this with just one space. Or you can do with, like, some people use tabulators, but when you have a tabulation, this, anything that is inside the repetition block has to be with the same indentation. And if we do it like this, it's not gonna give a problem, but if we do it like this, it's actually, here in interactive Python, it's showing you this in red, saying like it's gonna produce an error. And it's gonna say, this doesn't know match the outer indentation level. Anything that you indent has to be in the same level of indentation in the same thing inside the block, but you're free to do indentations with that. Then you can do repetitions with this while a condition is true, or do a repetition like this. That is, you generate here a range that is a list, and you're like, for every value in this range, loop through this value, and it executes. This range is generated like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like if you guys remember, the range are generated like that. Then it's going from 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's printing I plus 1. Then it's 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2. And when it gets to 4, that is the final value of this, it prints this one. You can also do force using a list, like for animal in this list, do this, then it repeats this, and it can be more complicated, but we're not going to going through all those details. We're gonna jump into the other part, but it's not too much about Python. This is everything about the Python language. You can declare variables of integer, floating point, strings, and Boolean values. You can have collections of things that are lists, tuples, sets, and dictionaries. And you have arithmetical operations, Boolean operations, and actually three structures. One conditional structure, that is if some condition happens, do some block of instructions, else the other one, and you can make multiple levels of that, like we saw here in one example. Like you can have multiple levels of ifs like this. And the same thing you have for repetitions, but you have two forms of repetitions. While some conditions is true, do something, and for something in a range or something in a list, repeat a number of times. They have a particular construction that is called continue that ends the immediate loop. It gets to this step, it exits this loop. It doesn't matter if this condition is not true at that moment. Then with that thing, you're able to describe almost anything that a computer can do. Like you can tell the computer, do this with numbers, with strings, with Boolean variables. You can do all those things. Then we're gonna jump, we're gonna skip the NumPy section. If you guys go to learned lectures, it was like introduction to research. We already know how to use the Python environment. A little quick review of what is Python. Actually, NumPy is for numerical computation, but we're not gonna go into that. It's like to create some sort of special list in which all the values are from the numeric type. And it's very fast to do operations with that. Then you can create, they call that arrays of numbers. And it's used sometimes to plot data because you need those functions that work with numbers in some cases. But we're gonna go into a combination of these two lectures, but with a particular exercise. Then I was mentioning pandas. Pandas is a library that allows to do panel data, pretty much like Excel files, Excel pages, tables of values that have columns and rows, and matplotlib, that is the plotting. And those are these two lessons that we're gonna go here. And we're like trying to cover these two lessons, but we're gonna do it in a special way with some particular data here. Then in the page of the class, that is this page, let me just open it here real quick. Redesigning experiences for the future, WordPress.com. We're gonna jump into, then we pretty much covered this. That was introduction to interactive Python in Quantopian and Google Colab. This is the thing that we covered already. Like with Leonardo, you guys explore, we started exploring how to use Colab and Quantopian using comments and interactive Python, and we kind of covered Python. Then it's an introduction to Python and how it's using Quantopian and Google Colab. Then today we're gonna do reading and visualizing data with Python in Google Colab. Then we're gonna read and plot. Let me fix this because no piloting for some reason is just plotting data in this way. Okay. I don't know why. Then we're gonna use today some particular data that is mentioned in the challenge that they publish in Quantopian for like doing visualizations in using COVID-19 information and economic information. They say the data from COVID can be downloaded from this place. In our web page, we have that link here. They say, there is this page that if you click that link, then you get to this coronavirus source data from the is maintained by the University of Oxford, and then you can download the data in an Excel file and in a comma separated values or JSON. Excel file, we know is Excel file. Then if you download that one, and this is comma separated values, then just download that one. You will get that one. I already have it here. Then I'm gonna delete it here because I have a copy before. And depending on how you have configured your Excel and your Windows machine, if you are using Windows or Linux machine, Excel opens these files, but I'm gonna open this file with Notepad. Just to show you that that's a I have to say all files here. To this, that is a text file that has the first column is the name, the first row is the name of the columns, variables that are here contained. And in every other row, you have particular values of those things. Some values could be like null, like these ones. Then you have here is a comma separated values, separated by comma values. The first row is the headers of the columns, and they are separated by commas. And the next rows are particular values in which this column has as value APW, Aruba, to 2020-0320, like a date. They have a total number of cases of COVID-19 in that country at that date, the total of new cases, the total of deaths. You can see it that way, or if you want it, you can open it with Excel, and you will have also that information. Then, so please go to the web page of the class. Let's go back to the other one, to the web page of the class, and download locally that file and open it and explore it. You go to Redesign Experiences for the Future.wordpress.com, and inside that page, you go to the Reading and Visualizing Data in Quantopian, and then you go to this link, and then you get to this page, and in this page, you download this CSV file and open it either with the Notepad, that is this one, or with Excel. Because I have configured Excel here to open CSV files, it opens the file in Excel directly. And then in Excel, it's sometimes easy to see. It says like it has 20-something thousand columns. If I go here to the end, it has 21,817 rows. And it has columns. I don't know how many, but we will check later. But it has like, I don't know how many columns, like until AG, some 30-something columns. And here in Excel, you can see like, okay, they have information for Aruba on different dates. They have information from Afghanistan in different dates, Angola, Albania, and they will have from Suriname. If I do Control F, Suriname. Okay, here is like, find Suriname. Okay, let's check just for the code Sur. Okay, I don't know, I didn't find Suriname, but it has the information of Suriname. Sometimes you cannot see it because then you have the information of all these things about COVID from Suriname from those particular dates until I believe yesterday or something. Today is the 4th until today, the one reported today, how many people infected, how many people dead, how many cases, how many have diabetes, something like that. It has all this information. In that file, you guys will find information about all the cases of COVID-19, the total number of cases every day, the new cases, the total of people dead, the new death from yesterday to today, the total number of cases per million, how many people are dying per million in different countries every day, in the total cases, the new cases per million, the total death per million, new deaths per million, total tests. Sometimes they don't have information. Some countries have information of how many tests they are like developing every day. Some other countries don't have. New tests, total tests, this and this, stringency indices, total population, like Aruba has like a reported population of 100,666. Population density, how many people for every square kilometer, median age of the people in the country, median age, percentage of people that are 65 and older, because those are the ones at more risk, how many older people they have. You will have difference between Japan, let's say Suriname. Let me go to the beginning here. Find next. Suriname. And let's see, we saw Aruba has like 60 something percent here. I don't know exactly what it is, but probably it's like in Suriname you have older, like more older people than in there. I don't know if this is the column, but later on we will check that information. Then please let me know if you guys were able to go to the web page, download the file, and explore the file either in Excel or in Notepad or any editor that opens text files, and explore the information before we start to use the information using pandas from then please let me know if you guys were able to do that. I will stop until you guys are able to go and download that data from that page and explore it before we start to use that data from inside Python to use some plugins today. Then was anybody able to download the? Were you guys able to download the COVID-19 information?
Yes.
Okay.
What is it?
Everybody has the file, because we're gonna do an exercise later on, and then I will be checking up with you guys doing that information. Then when you download that data, usually is stored in the download directory in Windows, or if somebody is doing that, then we're gonna use that file in the following way. In the web page, you find this other link. This link is a link to a IPython notebook that you guys can open and copy instructions from here. You guys are gonna follow this one, and we're gonna follow these instructions. The only difference between these instructions is that after importing the libraries that are pandas and matplotlib, that is the one that allows to use data that is in rows and columns. The only difference here is this first instruction. We're gonna follow this one. Then in the web page here, if you click in this one, you open this notebook that you can see in the internet and use it to copy these instructions. Then you guys don't have to type the instruction like completely just copy from here and execute it in either Quantopian or the other one. Then the first instruction doesn't have any problem. It's just importing the pandas library and call it that PD. Then I don't have to write pandas dot something. Then I can use this alias and this library of plotting, and they add an alias PLT. This alias doesn't have to be PLT, but it's very usual that you guys in any examples will see something like this. And it's just an alias to be able to use the functions of plotting just with PLT instead of writing matplotlib, pyplot, something. Then you guys gonna open a new file. Yes.
You're moving too fast.
No.
Okay.
Can you find it? Just where did they find the file so that they know again? Where can they find it? So they go to research WordPress site.
You guys go to the web page, the web page of the class that is this one. In the web page, here in the menu, you go to the one reading and visualizing data information in Quantopian and Google Colab, and then you get here. And then here it say download the data file from this link. And if you click in the link, it opens this page. And here you will find the CSV file, the complete world data information, the data set of the world. They update every day that one, and they have it in Excel, but we're gonna get it in CSV.
Yes.
Then you go to the web page. In the web page, you go to this particular tab that is this one, and here you find the link. And in the link, you slide a little bit down, and then you get the data set here.
Yes, got it.
Then here they describe the data. They have for every country, every day, the total confirmed cases, the total deaths, the new confirmed cases, and you can have like particular files, but this one is like a collection of all those things. It has every country, every day since the pandemic started and they started reporting data, and in every column they have, when they have the data available, they have those particular like values available. What values? Like cancel. Let's go to the top here. Then you're gonna have the ISO code of the particular country, the name of the country, the particular date, the total number of cases reported up to that date. Then the first day was 2, then 4, then 12, something. That's the total number of cases. There are people that recover and then they are not cases. There are people that die. The number of new cases every day, the total number of people that die every day in that country, the new deaths, because this is the total number of people dead. Then at some point, this is like climbing like this. Like let's say they have 2, 3, but they have one here that was dead here, and then this jumps to a new value. Then they have the total deaths, the new deaths, the total number of cases per million, the total number of cases, the new cases per million, the total deaths. They have the population and other variables here at the end that you can see. Then download the data and explore the data a little bit to familiarize with what information you have. You have information of COVID-19 by dates, and you have some demographic information and all the information related to COVID-19 cases.
This is a large file because it's still downloading.
Then, can somebody show me his computer, take the or the presentation and show me the file open, how you open the file in your computer? I want to see it because you guys are only 8. As soon as you are finished, just let me know. I have the file open. I already downloaded the file. I already opened the file and explored the file in Excel or in Notepad. Then I want to see everybody showing me that they have the file in the computer and they already opened the file in the computer and they can read the file. They can explore the file in the computer. Steven, is you the one that told me you already downloaded? Take over the presentation and show us the file. Then
I log in with my mobile, but I'm doing the work with my laptop.
Okay. Then you can show us with the mobile camera in the screen of the laptop, no problem. Then I'm gonna start sharing. It's just share.
Okay.
You can share the. But you can.
Can I put a screenshot?
A screenshot. Okay.
You can screen share in the or maybe open the camera. Just show us in the computer.
No, but the
Can I say something, please?
Share is disabled. Okay, Chef. Go ahead.
Can I say something? I do not have my laptop. I just brought it yesterday to fix it. So right now I'm logged in with my phone, and I can do it. Maybe I can send you an email after this session. But right now I cannot log in into.
Okay, that somebody is working in a laptop just to see somebody that downloaded and explored the file. Steve doesn't have the computer.
Professor, the screen sharing is.
Professor, I have one more thing to ask.
Is not enabled. The screen sharing is not enabled. That's why we can't share the screen because the screen sharing is not enabled. So, yeah. Okay,
say that again, Julian. We couldn't understand.
The screen sharing is not enabled for the participants, so they can't share their screen.
Okay. Then I have to allow them to share screen here from the participants.
Yeah.
Then who's gonna share? Somebody has working in a computer and can show us the file, how you download it, and show us the file. Chair doesn't. Chair can because it's working.
Professor, can you please go 2 steps backwards? From where you are now.
Okay.
Yes, because I want. Because I'm trying to split my little phone into 2. I'm trying to split my screen of my phone.
Okay. Or just like share the camera and you can show us the screen from the camera.
Julian, I just sent one a picture in the group apps. I will show you my camera also.
Okay.
Okay, I will put mine also in the group chat because the sharing screen is disabled. So.
Okay.
I have to allow you to, Julian.
No, we can put it in the group chat. How about putting it in the group chat? That you can put a file in, so that's possible in the group chat, and everybody can show a picture.
What is the group chat here?
Group chat.
some group chat. Can you share the screenshot that Steven sent you just to see?
I'm right now busy. I just got to split my screen in two, and right now I am writing down the link so I can go into this link of WordPress. Can I get a minute, please?
Say that again.
I just
Like you
said
split the screen in
I
two,
just
then you
split my
yeah.
the screen of my phone. I just split it in two so I can see what you're doing, and I can work in Chrome, Google Chrome. But right now I am just typing the link so I can get into WordPress. Can I get a minute, please?
Professor, the picture you can upload a picture in the chat. It's not, or that's you. The chat is
Okay.
asking
This is
for.
the link. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Then you guys can access the link from the chat.
Yeah, but what about the picture we have to show you, or the screen we have to show you?
Just
How are we
show
going to
that you
show
guys
it
have
in?
the file that you downloaded from here, the CSV open in Excel or something, just to see that you guys have the file and explore the file.
Yes, but how are we going to show you? Because you can't put a screenshot in the group chat. It doesn't go.
And they cannot share the screen.
No,
Yes, they
they
can.
don't have the right. It doesn't go.
Okay.
It still says that it's
Let me
disabled.
see. Okay, was everybody able to download the file and explore the file? Okay, I see Steven is like showing. Okay, Steven is joining his camera here for everybody. Like, let me see how I can.
Do I have to go to menu to get the reading and visualization in data?
You just have to go here to the initial thing. There is the main menu, and then you go to this particular link. Then Steven is showing to everybody. How can I enlarge this thing? Steven is showing that he already has the file there in Excel open. The Aruba is showing Afghanistan, the different
Yes, he has it.
dates and the values there. Just with his phone, he's showing his laptop screen. Okay, thank you, Steven.
Is this
Did
that one,
anybody
Professor?
else? Huh? Did anybody else was able to download the file and open it and explore it just to see the columns? Thank you, Steven.
Okay.
I'm trying to share
Okay.
my screen, but I cannot share.
No, just the screen share. Let me see how I allow them to. I see your camera, but I don't see the screen. Let me see. Is there an option here to allow
Host,
people
I just
participants?
Professor,
Yes. Let me
when I'm
stop
trying to
sharing.
share my screen.
Yeah. Let me stop sharing. How I stop sharing? Share the computer, optimize sharing. Share. How I stop sharing? New share. Basic, advanced, Dropbox. Are you guys seeing my screen? No.
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 We still see
Try to
your
share the
presentation.
screen. Share.
I'm trying to share my screen, but I cannot. I see it is disabled.
And
That's what I was saying.
how can I enable the sharing, the screen sharing?
I think
People
it's in
here, pause
the.
share, pause share.
I think it's
I've
in the
already
settings.
downloaded
Disable
the column,
participation
the
and
table.
notation. Sure, optimize chat from the start. Disable participants annotation. Show links for annotators. Stop share. participants. Let me see. Make host. I'm gonna make you host, chair, then you can share
Yes.
the annotations. You change the host to chair. Chair, you can now chair because you're the host. Probably that way you can see if you can share the screen. Ah, yes, host disabled participant to screen sharing. Yes. Now I'm disabled because you are the host, chair. Then try to share the screen. I think we're very close to be kicked out from the session because they say 10 minutes. We're seeing your screen, but it's white. Then this is the WordPress.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just, let me see here.
We're seeing the WordPress menu. Ah, you're sharing, you're like opening that in the phone?
Okay, all right. I'm right now. I'm in, and this is the link. That is the link that we have to download,
The
right?
first one.
This
The
one?
one. This one is to open it, but the one that you have to download is the one that is not this one, but the one before.
Okay, is it this one?
Yes. No, no,
All
no,
right. Yes,
no,
I
no,
got
no.
it.
The one before. Go back to the web page in WordPress, and there was a link before the one in GitHub. Go back, go back.